Recently, the Wall Street Journal ran an article with the misleading headline, "CIOs Still Waiting for Cloud Investments to Pay Off." It was based on a recent report from KPMG which surveyed senior technology leaders about how investing in cloud had impacted their business. Though the actual survey found that 80% of respondents are satisfied with the returns on their investment and only 4% are not, the piece in the Wall Street Journal flipped the results to imply that upwards of half of them somehow aren't getting their money's worth. This patently false narrative inspired a cascade of clickbaity headlines across the news recently, such as, "Companies are still waiting for their cloud ROI," and "ROI on cloud spend not quite tangible just yet." But the truth is the exact opposite of what all those headlines tease, and the Wall Street Journal article disproves its own title entirely when it quotes an expert from Dell Technologies who said, "You discover your cloud architecture is immature when you're surprised by the bill. Usually the reason it was expensive is that they processed data in a suboptimal way, in the wrong place, with the wrong tools, with the wrong economic model." In other words, if you're not getting ROI from the cloud, you're doing it wrong. So, if your cloud investment isn't paying off, here are the top 5 reasons why. 1. You don't have proper governance in place. Cloud infrastructure is incredibly powerful and flexible, but it must be managed properly. It's not uncommon for developers to spin up a cluster of EC2 instances to test an application and then forget to turn them off when they're done, resulting in wasted spend. Proper governance means putting guardrails around who can access cloud resources, what they can do with them, and how long those resources remain active. That way, developers can be innovative and financial stakeholders can avoid nasty surprises. 2. Your cloud is not cost optimized. Whatever project you're undertaking, there is a wide variety of tools, options, discounts, and resources available for optimizing and leaning out your cloud environment. There are significant savings for using reserved instances and auto-scaling, using storage tiers with different availability options, and implementing the best practices found in the AWS's well-architected cost optimization pillar, to name a few. 3. You haven't automated DevOps. Developer operations, or DevOps, refers to the rapid iterative software development and operations process used by modern IT teams. But to get the most out of it, you need to use automation. Substantial parts of building a CI/CD pipeline, such as code checks and tests, are tedious and highly manual. Automating as much of this as possible will cut costs while saving developer time. You should also be utilizing infrastructure as code, in which infrastructure is specified in files instead of built by hand, to streamline deployment, ensure stability, and maintain security. 4. You're not using the right services. If your infrastructure lives on premise, it's simply too expensive to keep up with the latest technological advances, which is why organizations typically replace on-premises servers every 3 to 5 years, an eternity in the fast-evolving world of cloud computing. When you use the public cloud, you have access to the latest capabilities as soon as they hit the market. You can integrate that new AI or natural language processing with your app by simply provisioning it from your service provider's catalog. You can offer the latest functionalities to your customers, which improves the marketability and competitiveness of your product. So if you're not taking full advantage of the computing services that are available to you, you're leaving money on the table. And 5, you're treating the cloud like it's another data center. Though it's obviously possible to store and manage data on the cloud is not just a new kind of data center. It functions on an entirely different paradigm, which, if properly adopted, has clear rewards. According to a seminal IDC white paper, cloud infrastructure comes with 51% lower operating costs, 94% less downtime, and $36.5 million per year in added revenue. But more importantly, the speed and agility offered by cloud drastically improves your ability to innovate. In the same IDC report, cloud-enabled developers delivered almost 3 times more features per year. So when it comes to getting the most out of your cloud environment, make sure you focus on how you can maximize productivity and innovation, rather than how far you can reduce the bill. So, to the Wall Street Journal, we say tread lightly. Spreading misinformation like this can have devastating consequences, especially in the healthcare industry, where organizations desperately need to update their technology in order to improve care delivery. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content on healthcare, cloud, and tech.